Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see, the movie we will be talking about today is called Freaky Friday. Now, let's get into this video. Now, it starts off with the main characters, Tess and Anna. Now, Dr. Tess Coleman is a psychiatrist and she is the writer, and she has a fiance named Ryan, and her and Ryan are getting married on Friday. No. I'm sorry, not Friday, Saturday. And her daughter Anna is in this really cool rock band called Pig Slip, which I think is a weird name for a band, but anyway. So, it starts off with a montage of of mo- of of pictures of mothers and daughters, and there's the theme song playing over the opening credits that go like happy together. I'm not making this up. There really is a song called Happy Together. So anyway, after the opening credits, we start off with the usual morning for Tess and Anna. Tess, the Tess, the well put together therapist and doctor, she meditates every morning. So she gets up, makes up her bed, meditates, paints her nails, and tries to go wake up Anna for the first time. But that doesn't work, because you know us teenagers, back in the day when I was a teenager, you couldn't get me up for nothing. And back in the day when you guys, or still, young people in our, hmm, hmm, still young ladies in our 20s, we probably don't feel like getting up in the morning either for school or work or anything. So, when she wakes up the first time, Anna hears her, she's just not getting up, and she puts a pillow over her face. So Tess, um, wakes up her other kid, Harry, is her son, and she fixes it, and she fixes him breakfast, and again tries to go wake up Anna, and then this being the third attempt, she says, "I have had it," and then Harry runs into her room with a bullhorn, and then he puts it in her face, and then she wakes up. But she only awakes to chase him out of the room, and then she slams the door, and then the mom says, "Anna, hurry up." And then it turns out that she was getting ready the whole time, and they just have a typical morning with her not picking out a radio station and putting her feet on the car, inside the car. And it's just a typical Monday morning for her. But I have to cut Anna some slack. Because honestly, the life of a teenager, now looking back at this movie, it's kind of hard when you think about it. You got final exams, you got your friends, you got the teachers. But let me take you through Anna's day. Okay. So while she's sitting in class, she gets an F on a paper on a book that she read. So she tries to talk to a teacher about it, and her teacher, Mr. Bates, he's just not having it. So, so she said, "How can anyone miss the book? It's 1984, and the book's about an all-powerful dictator, except he had hair." And the thing about that joke is, her teacher, Mr. Banks, he did not have hair on the top of his head. He had it at the back. And so that's what gave her detention the first time around. And do you know that they let you eat lunch in detention? I did not know that. Anyway, moving on. With um so with Anna getting detention, we go right into her mother for the next scene. And her mother is dealing with a patient called Evan. So they hmm, 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 hmm. So they start the session, and she's just listening to them talk. Just listening to them talk. And to be honest, I kind of like Evan, and I just feel like I kind of feel like he gets a bad rap. I mean, he's just trying to do the best, and we actually find out that that Dr. Coleman is not like the first therapies he had. He has had other therapists that quit on him, and I was like, oh, poor guy. And so he asks, "You're counting the minutes, are you? Aren't you?" And then, and and then she says no. And then he says, "How many minutes are left?" And then she says, 54. And then, and then we skip over to Anna that gets detention for the second time because she threw a volleyball at Stacy Hinkoff. Now Stacy Hinkoff was a girl that used to be her friend, but they're not friends anymore since they got out of high school. I mean, not out of high school. Since they got into high school, they had um um they have had different interests, and that thing. Sometimes when you get into high school, sometimes you grow apart from your friends, yada yada. So anyway, but in Anna's defense, the only reason she hit her in the face is because, well, not in the face. The only reason she hit Stacy in the forehead, wait, in the back of the head is because Stacy hit her first. And I don't know why, but every high school teacher in this movie sucks. Okay, they suck. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so with Anna getting in trouble and being in detention twice, later on that day, she has to rehearse with her band, but at first, she is dealing with her brother being in her room, and so she gives him a wedgie that puts the underwear all the way up on his head. How? That is a $1,000,000 question, my friends. Siblings. So anyway, as they're playing, their music gets cut off by their mother because they only have until after 6 to start playing, and then she cuts off the system the for all the instruments, I guess, or the power. I don't know. So, um, so, woo, woo, hmm, 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 hmm. So we go back to hmm, 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 hmm. So we go back to Tess, and she is helping her son out with the underwear while the girls are practicing their music. So she tells Harry there will be serious consequences for her, and with that, she takes the door off of her room. And so, when she figured this out, wait, I skipped a sec. Later on that day, her bandmate gets a call a huge from a huge place called the House of Blues. And like they are really famous in this movie, but I've never heard of the House of Blues. I think it's what they came up for the movie, I don't know. So they've been asked to hmm, 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 hmm. So they've been asked to audition for the House of Blues, but Anna is afraid she can't go hmm, hmm, because Friday is the rehearsal dinner for her mom's wedding to her fiance Ryan. So she tells the band, "Do not cancel the audition. I'm gonna talk to my mom and I'm gonna be there." And they say, "Okay," the but the boys in the band say, "Oh, well, we're screwed." Which is not true because you haven't even asked her yet. But you know, boys. Ugh. You know, boys. They always try to act like it's the end of the world. So, anyway, before she could talk to her mom about it, she walks into a room and finds that her door is missing. And so the mom tells her, "Your door will be returned to you after you can tell me why you were in detention twice." And she tells her, "But I only have one question. How is your daughter supposed to get any privacy to get dressed for school the next day if you took the door off?" Just asking. Just asking. But yet, I am not a parent, so I am staying out of this because I do not know what a parent can. Okay, so anyway, with Hannah being mad about her door, they all go out for Chinese food. So Anna figures this is the perfect time to ask mom because she's in a good mood. So she tries to fake apologize, but the mom could see right through that and says, "All right, what do you want?" And then she tells her about the audition for the House of Blues. But hmm, 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 hmm. But it's not all sunset. Hmm, 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 hmm. But it's not all sunshine and roses for her yet, because her mom was acting really happy when she found out about the audition, but she didn't know that it was on the night of the rehearsal dinner. So she says, "And I need to talk to you." So she tries to understand why the rehearsal dinner is not important to Anna. And Anna tries to tell her, "You never cared about our music. Now this is our one and only shot. Please, Mom, please. Why can't I just go?" And then the mom says, "I get it. My sister Nate means nothing to you." And then the mom thinks that the fight is about their dad because they lost their dad in a really bad accident. Um, a, lost their dad in a really bad accident a few years back. But and she says, "This is not about dad. This is about the audition. You are ruining my life." So the two restaurant owners, um, um, I forget it. I I'm sorry, you guys. I forget the mom's name, but her. Hmm, I'm sorry, you guys. I forget the mom's name. Um, hmm, I forget the mom's name, but her daughter Pepe is there with the mom. They are the owners of the restaurant, and the mom gives them a fortune cookie that switches the daughter into the mother and the mother into the daughter. But although they are switching the movie, they do keep okay, let me explain. The daughter is still the daughter, but it has the mother spirit inside her. And the mother is still the mother, but she has the daughter spirit inside her. So when they wake up the next morning, they find out that they're not there. So when they wake up the next morning, they find out that they're not their selves, and they try to switch back by running toward each other, but that doesn't work. So they they come up with a plan to be each other for one day and at lunchtime they will go to the restaurant and get switched back. And so the day presses on, and her mother is figuring out how school is for her, and the daughter is just having a blast because she is using the credit card and giving herself a new wardrobe and everything. And let's say the mom is not doing well in her daughter's body because because in history she described Hamlet, and then the teacher said, "You described way too much and you are overreaching S." And so the mother took this into her own hands and said, "The only reason you are failing me is because my mother wouldn't go out with you." And that was the most funniest moment in the movie by far. And and with that, he doesn't say anything, and Anna walks away. And talking to Jake doesn't go so well either because hmm, 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 hmm. And talking to Jake doesn't go so well either because she brushes him off, and 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 hmm, 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 and and hmm, and 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 when I say that, she literally brushes him off because when she gets dropped off from school by her hmm, and 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 give me a minute. And 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 when I say she brushes him off, when she gets dropped off from school from her mom, well, Anna, when she gets dropped off by Anna, the spirit dropped off by Anna, the spirit who is in her mom, who is in her body. She is totally rude to Jake. When she, okay, okay. When she first talks to him, she's not very polite because she says, "Look, you seem like a really nice guy, but I really need to focus on my schoolwork." But the other day, when the daughter was the daughter and the mother was the mother, hmm, hmm, she was totally flirting with him. I mean, the daughter as herself was totally in love with him. So he actually gives her a CD. He asks her to go to a concert with him, but she brushes him off and says no, thank you. And I'm sure with the haircut you will look quite presentable. But to be honest, I kind of like his hair the way it is, and I do not like this Anna Coleman that they have her playing. No, no. No, no. No, no. Okay. So anyway. The mom as the daughter tries to hug her old friend Stacy, but Stacy ends up pulling her shirt over her head and 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 poor Anna just ended up and and poor Anna and poor Anna just end up flipping on the floor, and it's just so sad. But her friends got her though. Her friends got her. So they try to ask what happened with Jake, and she says, "Girls, I do not have an." So her friends try to ask her what happened with Jake, and this is when she says, "Girls, I do not have a crush on Jake. I do not act. I do not." Wait. Mm, 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 mm. I do not have a crush on Jake. I do not interact with the opposite sex at all, ever, nothing. Okay, if you don't, then how come you are engaged to a boy? Well, not a boy, a man. But anyway, same thing. Oh, and I am so sorry that I said that bad word at the beginning of my video. Okay. Okay, let's get back to this. Anyway, so they had to take this big final exam in Anna's class. And so Stacy ends up and her old friend Stacy ends up sitting with her with Anna. With Anna and Anna, aka the mother, ended up getting in trouble because Stacy ends up giving her a note. And when Anna looks over to read it, she tells the teacher that she is copying my test, so she gets sent to detention. But the teacher is but the teacher is sleeping in there, so she ends up sneaking out of detention, and Jake ends up seeing her, and he ends up helping her finish the rest of her test, but she's not done yet. She finds Stacy's test and says Stacy is stupid. She writes it in a pencil and erases all Stacy's answers. And Jake sees this. Okay. First rule. Do not give a teenager a key to the teacher's lounge. Okay. But I guess since he's worked there, he's not in trouble. And the mom actually finds out that he works there and that he actually had a second job. And so the mom asks him for a ride, and he says, "I thought your mom didn't want you on a bike." And then he says, maybe you're right. Maybe you are too young for me. And then he drives away all dramatic on his motorcycle. So anyway, being the mom, Anna has to sit through therapy, and then when she's done with therapy, she goes shopping, gets her ears pierced, and even buy the new outfit. But and even buy the new outfit. But when she goes back home, she ends up being on the Dottie Robinson show to talk about her book. Now, since it's Anna in her body, she has no idea what to say, so she starts talking about, basic stuff that adults shouldn't be worrying about. Quality times with the kids, cleaning, and cooking. So, Anna sees this in the detention room, and I forgot to tell you guys that, sorry. Hmm, 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 hmm. And she sees this, and this is when Anna's okay, and this is when the mom says in Anna's body, "Oh, she is so dead." And so, and so, with Anna's mother surfing the crowd, on TV, she and her family actually get kicked out of the studio. And 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 she actually goes to the coffee shop where Jake is. But before I tell you what happened at the coffee shop, okay, how come in the movie they didn't do like I have to make a phone call because my daughter helped me write the book, and if you would have gotten Anna out of class, you could have had a conference with her to explain the book to the audience when you were on the show. But no. Okay, moving on. We move on to the coffee shop scene. And just being honest with you, it's a little weird how Anna in her mom's body is flirting with this guy, and he is flirting right back. And he says, "Oh, you're not really gonna get married, are you?" When she has to go meet her fiance for the rehearsal dinner tonight, and 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 Anna actually says in her mom's body, "I wish it wasn't my wedding, but it is." And so I never noticed this before, but a lot of people were staring at, and I never noticed this before, but a lot of people were staring at them when they were having coffee. And I just think that's kind of weird that you are flirting with the daughter in the mom's body, but you know, it's a movie. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Anna went to her brother's parents teacher conference meeting. It turned out that he is very good in English and he wrote a paper just on his sister and how much he loves her. It was a very, very sweet moment. So, we get to the rehearsal dinner, and her friends are trying to kidnap her, but they are trying to change their selves back from the fortune cookie that changed them in the first place. But it turned out that Anna. Hmm, 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 hmm. But it turned out that Anna's friends kidnap her, not knowing that she's the mom in the teenage body, thinking that they could take her to the House of Blues, they but but Anna needs to tell her parents that she is just going to the bathroom. And so when Ryan hears this, he says go. But they try to make an argument over, oh no, it doesn't matter to you because she is in a stupid rock band. But he says, I want. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. But he says, I want Anna to like me on her own terms, in her own way. That's why I never pushed her. And it turned out that he was cool with it all along. So, one more question. Why didn't you discuss this with him first before you made the decision that she could not go? Because he's cool with it. He's cool with it. And with that, Ryan wins my vote for the marriage husband. And he actually let Tess go and cheer her on while he talks to his parents and holds down the fort. Now that is a keeper in my book. So we get to the rock concert, which is my favorite part of the scene because my favorite part of um, and we get to the rock concert, which is my favorite part of the movie, which is my favorite scene besides the end credit scene where they play. Okay, and and mm, hmm, mm, hmm, mm, 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 hmm. And we actually get to my favorite part of the scene because Anna's mom's never been to a rock concert. So as her, she does not know how to play the guitar. But her daughter does. So she actually sneaks backstage, unplugs the guitar, and actually plays for her mother on the guitar. But it looks like the mother's playing it. And I just think it's just so cool how they did this. And it turned out that, at the rehearsal dinner, Anna comes to an understanding and she welcomes and Anna comes to an understanding and turns out at the rehearsal dinner Anna comes to an understanding and she welcomes and then she comes to an understanding and she welcomes Ryan into the family with open arms. And the movie doesn't end there because the wedding is the next day. And everybody felt the earthquake this time. I just thought I'd mention that. So the wedding is the next day. Anna gets with Jake. So the wedding's the next day. Anna gets with Jake. I guess they're going out now. And they have their second kiss. Their first kiss, I'm not counting that because that was the mother in Anna's body, so I'm not counting that. So I and 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 so and and went and went and 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 went and and went and 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 went and so with that, Anna ended up playing a song called Ultimate You, which is my favorite song in the movie. Way to go, Anna. And I guess her and Jake are dating now, but they didn't say that they were in the movie. But I guess it's Disney Channel. They're dating now, so whatever. It did try to do a tease for a sequel. It did try to do a tease for a sequel with the grandpa and the grandsons, and did and it did try to do a tease for a sequel with the grandpa and the grandson switching places, but it turned out that Pepe stopped them and just in time. And then we roll credits. every song of the Bop, the storyline of the Bop. This is a great movie to watch any day, even if it's not Friday. Way to go, Lindsay Lohan. And I also will be doing The Parent Trap on Friday, this Friday. So keep a lookout for that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!